Decoded.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're launching into a book Decoded.
Yeah, that's right.
We're diving into, well, the whole world of dreams, memory, maybe even destiny. It's all drawing from the Oracle of Night. Some really surprising ideas in there.
Totally. And if you're sitting there thinking dreams are just, random static in your head,
Yeah.
think again.
Right.
The book hits you right away with these historical bombshells. So they call Wineric ingenuity.
Wineric ingenuity. Love that phrase.
It basically means major history-changing innovations that literally came out of REM sleep.
Like Elias Howe,
Hmm.
the sewing machine guy. He said the idea for the lock stitch came from a dream.
Exactly. And Dmitry Mendeleev, organizing the entire periodic table.
In his sleep. It's kind of wild.
It is.
And it's definitely not just trivia, It tells you the brain is doing some heavy lifting, like high-level computation, even when we're completely out.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, our mission for today is to sort of unpack that journey. How did we go from seeing dreams as, purely divine messages
Prophecy, basically.
to understanding them now as this critical tool for survival, even for, well, advanced thinking?
Precisely. Because historically, yeah, the dream was the divine oracle.
Right.
Messages from the gods, maybe ancestors. The Greeks called it the visio or the oraculum. Think about Joseph, interpreting Pharaoh's dream.
The 7 fat cows, 7 lean cows seemed pretty predictive. Abundance, then famine.
It seemed predictive.
Yeah.
But if we set aside the divine explanation for a moment, how does science handle that? Because sometimes dreams do seem to line up with reality. Rarely, but it happens.
Yeah, how?
Well, this is where the idea shifts to the probabilistic oracle. It's fascinating.
Probabilistic. Okay. So less fate, more odds.
Kind of. Think of it like mass training. Your brain is running, maybe billions of simulations every night.
Wow.
Risk, reward, different scenarios. It's like this high-speed prediction engine testing out countless possible futures.
And we only remember the hits.
Pretty much. You mainly remember the very few times one of those random simulations just happens to match up with what occurs in real life, and boom, we call it prophecy.
Okay, that totally reframes it. It makes dreams less about some fixed destiny and more about, cognitive function, utility.
Exactly. It's a survival tool.
But wait, if the main function is survival, why are so many dreams just bizarre? Flying purple elephants, stuff totally unrelated to immediate dangers?
Because the goal isn't always accurate prediction in a literal sense. It's more about adaptation through emotional training.
Emotional training.
Yeah, the intensity of the dream matters more than the specific content sometimes. As far as the brain's concerned, the feeling is real. What you dream really happens to you, neurologically speaking.
So the fear or the joy or whatever, it feels real.
It is real to the brain circuits processing it. That emotional kick makes the dream a powerful adaptive response, preparing you for potential danger or opportunity, even if the story itself is symbolic or, frankly, illogical.
Let's dig into that emotional reality. The book shares this really powerful story, right? About a young boy stuck in what it calls an oneric trap.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah.
He had this recurring nightmare, just terrifying. A city, like a concentration camp, and then cannibal witches. It was so bad, he was apparently trying not to sleep.
And that repetition, that loop, that shows how trauma can kind of wear grooves in the brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Deep synaptic pathways reinforcing that awful feeling night after night.
Horrible, but then therapy.
Yes. And this is where you see the narrative power. It shows dreams aren't fixed, they're editable, you could say.
So what happened? The nightmare changed.
It transformed. After he started psychotherapy, that fixed horror story, that nightmare, it got replaced.
By what?
By something less terrifying. Still tense, maybe, but different. Like a Hitchcock suspense film, the detective chasing a criminal through an airport.
Wow. So the whole narrative shifted.
Completely.
Yeah.
He went from this story of inevitable sacrifice, horror, to a story about a mission, a chase, a purpose.
So dreams are really subjective narratives then, driven by our own stuff, desires, fears.
Absolutely. They grab bits of our waking life, memories, feelings. Freud called them day residues.
Day residues.
I know.
Like the emotional crumbs left over from the day.
Exactly like that. Little bits of info, feelings, and the dream machine takes them, mixes them all up, connects them in totally unexpected, illogical ways, unforeseen associations.
So the weirdness, the symbolic complexity, that's actually part of the process, the therapy almost.
That is the therapeutic mechanism in a way. It's the brain actively working through anxiety, trauma, using these bizarre narrative tools to forge new connections, maybe find new, more manageable emotional pathways.
That's pretty profound.
It is. The big takeaway here is that dreaming isn't just noise. It's a sophisticated biological process. Mnemonic activation, yes, but guided by the compass of our emotions, our desires, our fears.
And it's vital for locking in memories for our mental health overall.
Absolutely essential. It makes you realize how crucial this very private nightly world is for our daytime functioning selves.
Yeah. It really does change how you think about sleep.
It really does. And, it pushes you to question the nature of reality itself. Maybe the best way to end is with that thought from the ancient philosopher Zhuangzi.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
He dreamt he was a butterfly, fluttering happily. Then he woke up and was Zhuangzi again. But he was left wondering, now I do not know whether it was then I dreamt I was a butterfly, or whether I am now a butterfly dreaming I am a man.
Wow. Something to think about tonight.